Well, it's a beautiful spring day and I'm so excited. Spring bear season is here. It feels so good to be out. I mean, it's starting to warm up. The bears are starting to come out. Can't wait to see when the first bear will show up on the reveal cell cam.
Well, an absolute monster has shown up on the reveal, and he's been missing for a few years, and he's just the true king of the forest. Oh man, that's so fun to watch. Unfortunately, Dad's had a huge health scare and he's in the hospital. It's been a really emotional week. Let's go in there and get this big guy for Dad. It's him, it's him.
If there's anything that was meant to be, that's the one right there.
Growing up, living the outdoor lifestyle ever since I could walk, it has instilled a passion within that is greater than any other.
Got a date with a big buck tonight.
Hunting has taught me an appreciation and love for the animals we pursue and the wild places they call home. But above all, when your hard work meets opportunity and the moment of truth presents itself, the period of time when the whole world stops and you're completely engulfed in the moment, there is truly nothing like it.
I just killed the bull of my dreams. Smoked him. This buck is what dreams are made of. He's down. Dropped him in his tracks.
After all these years and the amazing experiences with loved ones, I've never been more thankful to be a hunter. Enjoy the show.
Well, it's a beautiful spring day and I'm so excited. Spring bear season is here. We just made it out to the location where we've been setting up this bait ourselves for about 4 or 5 years and it's been good to us. I shot a beautiful bear here we called Brutus. It feels so good to be out. I mean, it's starting to warm up. The bears are starting to come out. People already have them on trail cameras. So we're gonna be setting up 2 baits today. The one that we always run here and the one that we helped Calvin set up last year where we had unbelievable bear action, including me harvesting my most beautiful bear today. It was a gorgeous color phase. So we got a lot of work ahead of us today. So we're gonna get after it, get set up, and can't wait to see when the first bear will show up on the reveal cell cam. It's gonna be a donut party this year. Well, bait number 1's ready to rock. Tree stands are set, barrels are loaded, but on to the second bait where we have high hopes of some big bears coming in. Well, that's a wrap on a good day of bear baiting. We got 2 baits absolutely loaded for bear and the reveals are set now. It's just a waiting game to see when the bears show up. Hopefully we get some shooters coming in the first little bit and we can be up in these tree stands waiting to put a killing stick behind their shoulder. So I am so excited. We'll see you when a big guy shows up. Well, it's May 1st, we're back out in bear country. It's been a few weeks since we last baited. We got our bait sites all established, up and running, and it took a while for the first bears to show up, but once they did, the floodgates kind of opened up, and now I think we have around 8 bears on the site where I got my bear last year, including some cool bears. We got a sow with a beautiful V with 4 cubs, 2 black, 2 blonde. We're gonna take a few shots through my Prime RVX 32 and Killing 6 micro LPs, just because a big bear could show up any day now, and we wanna make sure we're dialed in. So we're gonna get some practice in, then bring the bait into the bait site, and it'll just be a good day here getting ready for bears.
As time went on, bears continued to hammer the bait. Waiting for a shooter to show, we kept getting pics rolling in on the reveal, with nothing worth chasing. In the meantime, I'd been helping Mike keep his bait stocked up that we had set up a few years ago and had amazing experiences at.
Well, bait's all loaded, 3 barrels basically full, beaver hung. Praying a big guy shows we can get up into the tree stands and get right after it.
And sure enough, it didn't take long for a few decent bears to show up that we wanted to get a closer look at. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Conlin Motorsports. Find your adventure. iHunter app. Know your regs inside and out. Black Widow Deer Lures. #1 whitetail estrus and deer scents. Sights and Arms. Your firearm specialists. Prime Archery. The most accurate bows on the planet. Dry Shod. Canada's most wearable rubber boot. Sherwood Park Chevrolet. Outfitting hunters for the road ahead. And by Huntworth Gear, when concealment matters the most. This segment is brought to you by Conlin Motorsports, adventure driven, proudly serving Alberta since 2008. And by Burris Optics, focusing on what matters, accuracy, durability, innovation, and value with 50 years of optical engineering.
We're getting ready to head in for my first bear hunt this year. I am so excited. Feels like it's so long overdue because we've been baiting for multiple weeks now, just waiting for the right bear to show. And finally, on one of Mike's baits that we've set up years ago, we've had some incredible memories in here. A nice one showed up. Mike and I rebaited it 3 nights ago, and there's been bears coming in periodically, so we're gonna go in there tonight and hopefully the big guy shows. He hasn't been super consistent, but you never know. We're gonna slip up in those stands. It's a beautiful evening. It's gonna be a long night. Mike's in his tree stands, and hopefully one of us can lay the smack down on a bear. So let's head in there now and see what happens. No, this is another bear. Well, there was just 2 bears at the bait. We're gonna slip up into the stands and maybe they'll work their way back in. The bears have been in here all day. It's hard to get in without having bears there. Pretty cool to see that one look pretty nice. So we'll get up in the tree and see what happens. Well, it ended up being a pretty good night. It's always entertaining to watch bears. We're gonna slip on out of here. We're gonna keep at it and hopefully a big boar slips up.
A few days later, I went to pick up Dad to go bear baiting, and I knew something just wasn't right. I ended up taking him quickly to the hospital to get checked, and after running some tests, we got the shocking news that stopped our world in its tracks and sank our hearts and stomach through the floor. The doctor let us know that Dad had multiple brain tumors that were most likely cancerous, and this was absolutely shattering and the worst news we had ever gotten. The only positive news at the time is these tumors were believed to be operatable, and they wanted to get him in as quick as possible. We had 1 week's time to prepare for the surgery, so we spent this time doing a few things we enjoyed to do, like going to the lake and doing some offshore fishing and spending time with family. While all this was going on, 3 days before Dad's surgery, an absolute monster bear showed up on the Reveal cell camera, and he had been missing for a few years. This is the largest bear we've ever had on camera. With the rut action starting to heat up, he was checking the sows out on the bait and enjoying some of the good feed. I definitely wasn't in the mood or mindset to go hunt this bear, but my dad with some words of encouragement and positivity, Mike and I were going to go load the bait up and give it a try. This segment is brought to you by Reveal Cellular Cameras, always on the hunt, and by the iHunter app. Know your regs, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device.
Well, it's May 25th. Mike and I just arrived at the bait site, and man, oh man, I'm pretty excited. Last time we came in here, we rebaited, then hunted, and unfortunately we didn't see anything. I'm not sure if it was just too much of a disturbance or the weather. It seems like whenever it's pouring rain on and off, the bears don't really like it. But what we do know is that the big guy is here, and he was here this morning, which is super exciting. The Reveal's been sending us all kinds of pictures and videos, and it is so amazing to see such a magnificent animal. If he comes in, I know our hearts are going to be pounding, and it's going to be super exciting. So we're hoping. There's a few sows here that have been moseying around the bait, cubs, all kinds of bears, and he's been kind of sniffing around the sows. So gonna head in there tonight with high hopes. Maybe he'll appear out of the bush following a sow, or maybe come in for a snack. We're gonna drop some cake down on the ground when we go in, spray some good scented stuff in the air, and hopefully he slips up. So let's head in there and see what happens.
While sneaking up to the bait site, I noticed there was a bear already feeding. After getting a closer look, it was the sow the big boar had been following around. Unfortunately, we had to spook her off, and it was time to slip up into the stands and pray the big guy slips up.
Good? A little forward, maybe. He's coughing. Yes, Mike, we did it. Guys, we just smoked a monster bruin. Yes. Absolutely speechless, guys. We were just sitting here and I heard rustling. I'm like, Mike, I hear something. And sure enough, a big black blob with skirting the bait. He came right in. I don't know if he was sniffing where a sow peed or something, but it took him a little to make that break in. He came walking in, just waddling, huge blaze. That's the big boar that's been in here. I can't believe it. It's early. It's 5:42. I cannot believe we just shot a giant bear that early, and he came strolling in, was gonna feed at the main bait barrel there, and I crushed him. Originally, I thought maybe the shot was a touch forward. I was shaking like a leaf. I still am. Oh my gosh, that was exciting. That is a bear hunter's dream right there. Oh man, it's been a crazy bear season, and for that to work out like that is just so phenomenal. I can't even believe it. I'm speechless. Broken my prime RVX. I am so stoked. That kiln stick crushed him. Originally I thought maybe the shot was a touch forward, but it got in there good, and obviously double lung, and he didn't go more than 40 yards, and he just death moaned. So put it here, Mike. Thanks so much.
You deserve that one. You deserve that one, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I wish my dad could have been here, but Mike's the second best. So we're gonna give him a little bit of time, even though we know he's down right there, and go put our hands on this world-class bruin.
Hello?
He's down.
You got him.
540. He's huge. Probably my biggest bear to date. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, big blaze and everything.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it just worked out so well.
And congrats, Mitch. It's so
Thanks, Dad.
deadly.
Yeah, wish you could have been here, but it. Yeah.
If it was anything that was meant to be, that's the one right there.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Burris Optics, find what matters. Reveal cellular cameras, always on the hunt. Kiln Sticks, premium carbon fiber arrows. And by Kent Cartridge, quality matters and performance counts. This segment is brought to you by Sherwood Park Chevrolet, outfitting hunters for the road ahead, where exceptional service meets even better people.
Well, just chambered one in the Revolution Armory shotgun. We just got down on the stand. We're gonna go see if we can't put our hands on this magnificent animal. I mean, we heard the death moan and it wasn't very far away. We're pretty confident in the shot. We gave him probably 25 minutes. I can see my lighted knock on the trail he ran in on, so we're gonna go grab my kiln stick arrow, trail the blood, and hopefully put our hands on this king of the forest. Let's head in there. Well, this is where I shot him. He took off barreling into this trail, into the bush. I don't know, bears don't usually bleed too much because there's so much fur on them, but I'm thinking we'll be able to find him with that dead meat broadhead. Here's my kiln stick arrow. Micro LT crushed him. I mean, that's plenty of penetration to get the job done, probably 20 some inches. So throw this one in the quiver. Let's sneak in here. I see him. I see a big black body out there. We just stepped in the bush. Let's just sneak up to him just to make sure. Mike, he's huge. He didn't go 35 yards and he's down right here. Oh, right where we heard the crash. Come on in here, Mike. Oh, yeah, he's done. There he is. There's a bear, Kayla, named Baloo. He showed up 3 years ago on this bait site. And he was just magnificent then, and I think he got bigger. We could distinctly tell him from these shaven parts on his side. Oh my gosh, look at that head! Are you kidding me? It's like a dinner table. It is massive. Look at the noggin on him. Like it's beyond crease. Wicked scars on his face. And you know how we know this is Baloo, the big guy from 3 years ago? Is this big, old, amazing blaze. Look at this. It's just the perfect chevron. Big heart on his chest, biggest paws, and biggest head I've ever seen on a bear. Well, we're in the bush here. We're gonna get him out to the cut line. It's not gonna be easy because he's pushing 400 plus pounds, but he is just a magnificent animal, and I can't wait to get some better video and photos of him out in the open. So we're gonna take a few minutes here and get him out of here. I'm sweating, it's hot. We're going in to pull this guy out. Might not be that easy. He is huge. Funny thing is, there's some tape from a bear we tracked a couple years ago with hunting with Kaylin. Oh gosh. not bad. We're just getting the big boar out of the bush here. And there's already a bear at the bait eating cake. Enjoying it. Not bad size. I think it's a big sow. He got a taste of the cake. Now he doesn't want to leave. He's coming in. Okay, that's enough. Get. Well, everyone, we got him out of the bush and he is an absolute king. This was an absolute dream come true. I still can't believe I have my hands on a bear of this magnitude. The spring started out tough. You know, Dad and I were running baits and just nothing big showing up. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of driving out from your bait site home, rebaiting. And you know, Mike was kind enough to invite us out to a bait site that we set up a few years ago and we've had some incredible experiences on. It's a magical quarter here. We've harvested, I think, probably 5-6 bears off of it now, and some nice ones, including Kaylin's first ever archery black bear. And right when we started setting up this bait, we had him come by our trail camera once. One evening he came by and we're like, that is a world-class bear. And you know what, sure enough, he came back this year. We couldn't believe our eyes. We sat once for him. He was a no-show. He was pretty scarce on the bait, but you know what? There was a hot sow in here and the rut's heating up. We got pictures of him this morning. He ended up feeding a bit. Mike and I knew we had to get in here. I wish my dad could have been here to come in and experience this, but you know, he's working through something real tough right now and we're praying for him. And but thankfully Mike came out with me and we got up into the tree stand, and you know what, it didn't take long and I heard something and this guy stepped out. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I honestly couldn't even hold it together, but I drew back, put that kill and stick micro LT right where it needed to be, and broke in my prime RVX. And you know what, he didn't even go 35-40 yards and we heard that death moan and he went down. He's just a true king of the forest. I feel so blessed to have this bear. You know what, I can't wait to bring him home and show Dad. It's gonna be a really cool night. I'm glad we get to do it all in the daylight. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this hunt. It's not every day you get to put your hands on a bear like this, let alone see one come into the bait, and it was just a truly blessed evening. So thanks for coming along and I hope you enjoyed.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Burris Optics. Find what matters.